What are you looking for in a new smart TV? 4K picture quality? High quality and immersive sound? A sleek design? All of those are givens, but only the new Roku Pro Series has all of those and the Roku streaming experience, an award-winning OS. Get fast, easy access to all your apps like iHeart, where you can stream all your favorite music, radio, and podcasts all day, and regular all-inclusive trips to Roku City. The new Roku Pro Series, a smart TV built by the streaming pros.
Deciding on what to listen to is hard. Using Zumo to stream music from iHeart 90s radio is easy. Or play iHeart Country or Hip Hop Beats. Your choice, all for free. Stream easy with Zumo Play. Get live and on-demand entertainment with no logins, no signups, no accounts, no hassle. This February, stay in and watch Glory starring Denzel Washington and Matthew Broderick, or the rom-com Breaking All the Rules with Jamie Foxx and Gabrielle Union. All streaming free on Zumo Play. Go to play.zumo.com now. Life is hard. Zumo is easy.
Hello, it is Ryan, and I was on a flight the other day playing one of my favorite social spin slot games on ChumbaCasino.com. I looked over at the person sitting next to me, and you know what they were doing? They were also playing Chumba Casino. Everybody's loving having fun with it. Chumba Casino is home to hundreds of casino-style games that you can play for free anytime, anywhere. So sign up now at ChumbaCasino.com to claim your free welcome bonus. That's ChumbaCasino.com and live the Chumba life.
Sponsored by Chumba Casino. No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 18 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
Morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to video message number 29.
You look tan.
I've been to every city in Mexico. Came across an unclaimed piece of meat in Baja. Turned out to be Rosie. Guess you picked a knife fight with somebody better.
I woke up yesterday morning with a spring in my step.
Start later, please.
I could never know what the day was.
Fast forward ahead.
Listen up, the ratings just came in for last month. We are number one. We just grabbed every key demographic.
Yeah. Super duper. That's nice. Way to go. Neato, gang.
Yes.
Boy, that was good news.
It is the third day of February, 2025. Good snowy morning to you. It's Monday. My name is Chris Hockey. Welcome to the Power Trip Morning Show. It's Super Bowl week. We'll talk about that a lot, I'm guessing, this week. We got Ben Leber coming in, Mike Mussman, and a cast of thousands. So let's get her started, shall we? Here's Michael Ian Black. Some comedy on a Monday morning. Come on in. Be careful out there. It's slick. We need every one of you. And I am glad you are here.
You know who has, in my opinion, the weirdest slogan is Texas. The unofficial state motto of Texas is, don't mess with Texas. Because it's not directed at other countries. It's directed at the other states. They're basically saying, hey, Oklahoma, back up. We will kill you. It's so aggressive, and I don't really understand why. New Hampshire is the only other state that approaches this level of aggression. Their slogan is, live free or die. But the difference is, with New Hampshire, it's directed inwards, not outwards. You know what I'm saying? They're sort of saying, we would rather die than give up our freedoms. New Hampshire essentially is like a teenage girl going, Mom, if you won't let me go to the party, I'm going to kill myself.
You've fractured your penis.
Line is waiting.
Yeah, see?
Fate is on your side. You hear the distant thunder. There's lightning in your stride.
You can't take your eyes off it. The Beezer.
All right, it's Monday, February 3rd of 2025. The roads are slick. Be careful. I don't think that helps, but I had to say it. I'm Corey. That's Chris. That's Paul. There's Zach. Another week of the Power Trip Morning Show. Ben will be here. Muss will be here.
Somebody out there
Made a plan to be reckless this morning. And
but then we both said, like, let's calm down. Let's be safe out there.
And now they're, like, not going to be reckless anymore.
Yeah, roads aren't great. A lot of the major roads right now have the one lane that's been driven over, and the other lanes are skating rinks.
I got stuck behind the plows on the way here, and I was telling Hockey, there's nothing better than when you get into that situation and there's at least 2 cars that think they can go around or tailgate the plows. It's like there's 4 wide. We're not going anywhere. Just wait. And, somebody tried to get around, and they couldn't.
Did you give him the bird?
No, they were in front of me. I keep my distance. Anyway? I would have, yeah, for sure.
Yeah. The bird is the word.
I can't remember the last time I did that. I don't think it's... I bet I haven't done that in 20 years.
I did like 2 days ago.
Don't get
Flip somebody off?
Yeah.
For what?
They were tailgating me. And then, like, right as soon as we got to, like, we got back onto the freeway, they went around all of us and flipped off every car. So then I flipped the guy off.
Nice.
He didn't see me, but
I do it as an invitation. Like, hey, interested?
Yeah.
Right.
How often does it work?
Never.
Oh. Well, that's sad.
I did it at McDonald's the other day.
Really? You get any action?
I got a free chocolate shake.
Oh.
Don't get syphilis.
All right, Billy Bob.
Whoa.
Be cool, brother.
Is that company policy? Do you think that was just a one-off, that you flipped off a fast food worker
It was
and they
on
gave
my
you free
app.
food?
It was on the app.
Oh, well, that app is badass.
It's on the app that day, and they said flip off the gentleman in the at the drive-thru window, and you get a handy.
Wow. That's all it took?
I chose chocolate shake instead because he looked like he had very smooth hands, and I like calluses.
Man, if that one finger got you that, imagine what more fingers could have got you.
I didn't think about that.
Or sticky fingers from Onyx.
Yeah.
I didn't think about any of those things.
That's a great point.
Chicken fingers from Raising Cane's.
Or that.
I didn't think about any of those things. Damn it.
Remember Onyx, Paul?
Oh, yeah. Come on, Slam.
It's your
Great
favorite
song.
Stones.
Yeah.
That had to have been their only hit, right?
Pretty much.
That cat, too.
Right?
Nobody talks about that cat.
That had to have been their only good song.
Yeah, pretty much.
The one in the hat.
Don't get syphilis.
All right. Huck's got a new favorite show, by the way.
It's so good. You're going to love John Hamm in this show and Billy Bob Thornton. They're so good. I mean, it's like a cartoon because they're so tough. Like, they're just so tough, right? And but man, the speeches they give about oil and about the government and
I've seen clips. It's another one of those like things you see in like Facebook Reels or Instagram stuff.
Yeah.
And like you don't know the show, but you're like, this looks cool.
Yeah.
I should dedicate more time to this.
I'm going to tell you, I watched only 2 episodes. I would have watched way more, 2.5 actually. I would have watched way more, but I decided I should probably sleep.
What's it called?
It's called Landman. And the first episode's got more holy crap moments than most shows have in the entire season. Again, they're cartoonish because the characters are so, like, Billy Bob is so old man tough that you're like, okay, man, cool. And John Hamm is so rich guy who knows everything that you're like, okay, cool. But, man, they're good. And John Hamm's speech about the price of oil and about how, whether or not the government wants the price of oil to go up or go down. It's just really good, man. Really, really well done. I think you'll like it, Core.
It's the Taylor Sheridan bit, though, right? It's the Yellowstone guy.
But don't do that.
I don't like that
to yourself.
style.
Don't do this. You're not a child. Don't decide you're going to dislike something before you watch it. That's not the right way to act.
It's not the right way to act?
No. Go into it with an open mind and say, I might like something, even though I've decided that I don't like it before you watch it.
I also don't want to waste my time, and there's a chance that I like it, but I would bet that I probably won't. I've had a handful of people tell me that Landman is good. I do love Billy Bob Thornton. I do love John Hamm.
You really love John Hamm.
Love both of them.
You really do. You love John Hamm. You'll love him a lot. He's like the Fargo character, only a good guy.
Yeah, I probably should watch it.
Just to have an open mind, for once. Just an open mind. Just me? Yeah, well, both of you, all of you, the world, have an open mind.
Yeah, I'll watch it.
Just decide I'm going to try something that
Are there boobs
maybe
in it?
I might, because you know what works is if you don't like it halfway, like a half hour in, there's an off button.
Are there boobs?
No.
Is that the deciding factor?
No, but
there are not boobs.
Landman sounds like Mega Man 3 just ran out of bad guys.
Yeah, and they just ran out of time to come up.
Didn't they have a couple of guys that were like that, where you're like, come on, guys, this is a
man.
Yeah, they got desperate.
Was he the guy who put people in chairs and wrapped them up and gave them tasks they had to do?
No, that would have been way funnier. Wind
Did they have
Man?
Soul Man? John
He
Belushi?
might have. Let me look.
What are you going to? Mega Man 3?
No, just Mega Man bad
Mega Man
guys.
was that was Will Ferrell, wasn't it? Mega Man?
That was Mega Mind, yep.
Yeah.
Was that any good?
Yeah, that was good.
As a cartoon character, it's good.
Here are just a few of them. Acid Man.
Yeah, I know that guy.
He went to Woodstock. Airman, Aquaman, Astro Man, Blade Man.
We're going alphabetical.
Blast Man.
Yeah.
Blizzard Man.
Blizzard Man was from SNL as well. That was Andy Samberg's character. That was a great bit.
Bomb Man.
Oh God, that was funny.
Did he just go to Dairy Queen?
No, he was just a terrible rapper that went into the studio and laid down beats. And laid down the tracks.
That was a good bit.
Is there anything else?
Rap song.
Yeah,
Such a good bit.
Yeah. Clown Man.
I don't remember most of these.
Was he insane?
Once we got past Mega Man 2 or 3, it was pretty much over.
Yeah.
First couple were iconic.
I just don't know.
Yeah. Mega Man 2 is great.
I would have bet money Landman was somewhere in there, though, just because that guy probably throws rocks at you, right? I know there was like a Rock Man as well, but
yeah,
I guess you just probably throw pieces of land at you.
Flame Man. Spoon Man.
Yeah, Spoon Man. What a nice little crossover hit that was between Nintendo and Soundgarden.
God, yeah. Spoon Man, great song.
Shaggy Man?
Better Man.
Quick Man.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah. I should get royalties for Quick Man. Slash Man, Snake Man.
Did he have a big top hat, Slash Man?
He's in the second one, right? Spark Man.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Mega Man 2. Great game.
Oh, it was a video game. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
All right. I'm sorry. I thought we were talking about a movie or a TV show or a cartoon.
No, and Mega Man again. This is like the 7th time we've talked about this, but it was a game changer because you got to pick the order. Right back in the day, all those games were linear, and you had to start it. You know, Mario, World 1, Board 1, and the only way you could skip the order is if you found like a warp or something. Well, Mega Man just flat out said right off the bat who you want to fight first, and that means you went to the world that you chose. It was kind of like a choose your own adventure. Who do you want first? Now, there was a strategic order you were supposed to go in because
you needed the weapon.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You acquired their weapons, and it was easier if you did it in a specific order, but you can take the hard way if you want.
Yeah, like Waterman obviously killed Fireman.
Exactly, stuff like that.
Yeah. Yep.
Anyway, that's how we got to Landman to Mega Man.
Yeah.
And Flame Man, who I think it will be here on Thursday.
Unless he's skiing.
No, he skied last Thursday.
Back. I think he's back this week. But
That's good.
I never know.
Never know.
Yeah,
you
man.
just never know. Yeah. I do know sliding around on the way here, man, was me. But it was fun. I enjoy it. I like getting a little sideways. Hanging it out there.
These are the mornings that I definitely love that we do not have a normal traffic time schedule.
It's going to be bad today.
Yeah. It's going to be bad. And I love that there were about 6 cars that I saw in my entire 17-minute drive.
Yep.
So even if I had spun out, it wouldn't have mattered.
If you work at 8, you should already be on the road.
Yes,
much.
correct. You are correct, Zacho.
Yeah, that is. Yeah. Look at you.
Yeah, Zacho is correct. Oh, Mundo.
Did you guys watch all of the Pro Bowl?
I didn't watch a second of it. First time in a long time. You were texting me about it. You really liked it, didn't you?
I saw it on accident.
Yeah.
I saw it on accident because I went on a drive about this weekend, and so I was in South Dakota and Iowa.
Really?
Yeah, and just driving around, just checking out the world. I was going to I was going to go to Deadwood, but I was leaving from St. Cloud. I went the wrong direction. I was headed towards Fargo, and the roads got so bad I had to go south. So I took the next left that I could find, and then I ended up in Brookings, South Dakota.
Really?
Yeah. And then
Great Pizza Ranch.
Are some pizza ranches worse than others? And if so, why? You've honestly been to the Brookings, South Dakota Pizza Ranch.
Great place. I stayed the night at the hotel there.
That Pizza Ranch has a hotel?
Well, there's more than one hotel.
I can't remember which one we stayed at, but yeah, the Shinedown played a show there.
Oh.
At Pizza Ranch?
Oh, yeah, Godsmack, too. Godsmack was up front of that. Sorry.
I did not get a chance to see a sweet concert. And then I ended up in Watertown, Iowa.
Oh.
All these places I'd never been before.
Geez, that is a lot of driving.
Yeah. And then headed back in this direction.
How far away is Brookings and that epic pizza ranch?
Oh, man. I don't really know because, like I said, I left from St. Cloud and went towards Fargo first and then went down that direction. So,
Man, you really just went.
Wow.
I just went driving, man.
Wow.
I went driving. That's what I did.
Good for you, Hogs.
Thanks, man. You know, I saw the world.
Yeah.
It's a sweet little downtown there in Brookings, South Dakota.
It's nice.
It's got a hell of a pizza ranch.
Great pizza ranch. Great scoreboard, video board making company.
According to the old Maps app, it's 3 hours and 47 minutes from right here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To get to Brookings.
Yeah.
So the Xcel Energy Center scoreboard, I don't know. I'm pretty sure the U.S. Bank ones, all that stuff is made over there in Brookings.
Then you went to Iowa.
Yeah.
Where in Watertown, you said?
Watertown.
Where the hell is Watertown?
I'm pretty sure that's the name of the town.
I haven't even heard of that.
It was right. It was the closest big town to getting back to Interstate 90. So I was just aiming towards towns that were close to.
So like Sioux Falls.
Sioux Falls,
So
yeah.
Sioux
I was near
Falls-ish?
Sioux Falls as well, yeah. I ended up down by the lovely and talented Worthington. And then I cut across towards.
Great.
Yeah, there's a truck stop there.
Truck stop,
Yeah,
yeah.
we
you know what I'm
stopped
saying?
there. Yeah.
Great pizza.
Just went for a little cruise, huh?
I went for a drive-about. You know, people do
sweet.
walkabouts. I did a drive-about.
I love that.
I need to get the hell out of here. So I did. I got the hell out of here. Stayed in some hotels. And
Thanks.
no,
No.
it was okay. You know, when you open the door to the hotel room and you walk in, you're like, man, this is a mistake. Because it smells like there's probably been a body or two in there that had to be helped out of there.
Yeah, it smells like they should have called Zero Res about once a month for the last 20 years.
Yeah. It looks like
But
they
they
called
haven't.
them, but they should have called them again.
Yep.
Yeah.
The carpet is just musty and stale and gross.
Yeah. And, you know, it's
Icky.
And you're like, well, I don't know how long it's been since you weren't allowed to smoke in here, but people did. People definitely did smoke in here. A lot.
Ugh.
Cigarettes or worse?
If it had been the other, I'd have been cool with it.
All the above.
Yeah. You know, just you were worried you're going to step on a toenail. That kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? Is there anything grosser than stepping on somebody else's toenail that's no longer attached to their toe?
Oh, eating one.
Yeah.
Okay. You won.
Yeah, you won.
I mean, one of those
You just won that.
accidental toenail eatings. That happens.
Man.
How do you accidentally eat it?
You think it's like an onion ring or something?
What?
Where are you eating onion rings
where
off
are you
of?
eating?
At the Brookings, South Dakota Pizza Ranch.
See, you greatly exaggerated how good this place was.
See,
then,
even
Zach.
Corey eats there.
They have everything. Everything. What do you want?
Yeah.
Good question. What do you want? We're all wondering.
Yeah, good question.
A little piggy toenail.
What?
I can get you a little piggy toenail.
Yeah. With nail polish.
Wheeling and dealing weekend in the NBA. A couple of trades that shocked the world. We'll talk about that later. Ben Leber will be here in like 40 minutes.
No, it shocked me.
It was crazy. How
I
many?
traded that one dude.
I had to check 5 times
Everybody
to see
did.
if that trade was real. I could not believe. I was like, dude, that's not shams. He got hacked. Like, I could not believe it.
How about his friends? His friend,
Yeah.
like other big
Bobby
time
Marks called him.
Other big time insiders had to call him and go like, "Dude, did you get hacked? Is this real?" And he's like, "No, we're good.
Did you see
is real."
Devin Booker's quote?
Yeah, the Luka Garza
That was
quote.
hilarious.
Yeah, that's pretty big stuff, man.
I mean, it's a
Massive. It's historical. I don't think anything like that's ever happened.
I saw one guy, maybe 1,000 people tweeted this, but I saw one guy that tweeted this, and he couldn't be more right. If you're a Mavericks fan right now, if the Minnesota Timberwolves this weekend had traded Anthony Edwards for the exact package that the Mavericks got, right? Anthony Davis, who's a Hall of Famer, and he's still good. He's just obviously past his prime. If you got that exact package for Ant right now, I literally would say I am done with the Timberwolves forever. This is it. There's no reason in cheering for. If you're a Mavericks fan right now, you just go, I'm done.
Then
it's over.
Is that bad, really?
It's that bad.
Oh, God, yes.
Yeah. You have a generational player at 25 years old, and you trade him. It doesn't even matter what you get.
Johnny Athletic tweeted yesterday, even if Luka even doesn't play an entire game for the rest of his career for the Lakers, it's still a bad trade.
It just makes no sense.
Zero.
You've burnt your bridge with every fan forever.
They brought coffins to the stadium yesterday.
Man.
That's a weird thing.
They didn't talk to, like, any other team, basically.
No, the Mavericks called the Lakers. That's what makes it even more egregious, is the Mavericks said, we want to trade Luka Doncic for Anthony Davis.
And then is the Dallas GM like a huge Laker fan?
I have no idea. He took some not so thinly veiled shots at Luka's defense and weight.
Yeah, which is
wow.
Weird.
Wow.
Yeah, basically, when everybody woke up and started reading, Twitter and the news and all that, everybody that worked for a Dallas paper basically just called him fat. That was like the whole bit. Yeah. The whole bit was he's just overweight and doesn't care. Meat sauce, but
you look like he cared when he beat our age.
Correct.
Right. Doesn't matter how big he is.
Generational
healthy.
talent.
He's a top 3 player.
You know how good he is. I know who he is.
Right.
I mean,
he's a top 50 player of all time.
Rudy Gobert got basically 5 draft picks with the pick swap, right? Paul George was traded for 5 or 6 players and 6 or 7 draft picks. When KG was traded, right? Like, if you'd opened that up, you could have gotten you could have probably gotten Ant. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander might have gone for Luka. Like, and they traded for an aging center who doesn't want to play center anymore.
The best part about this whole bit, though, is now when we ask Parrish and Hawk, who does Luka Doncic play for, they're going to still think between Dallas and Denver. And now they're going to be wrong.
Brilliant.
More of the Power Trip Morning Show after this on The Fan.
The Fan.
What are you looking for in a new smart TV? 4K picture quality, high quality and immersive sound, a sleek design? All of those are givens, but only the new Roku Pro Series has all of those and the Roku streaming experience, an award-winning OS. Get fast, easy access to all your apps like iHeart, where you can stream all your favorite music, radio, and podcasts all day, and regular all-inclusive trips to Roku City. The new Roku Pro Series, a smart TV built by the streaming pros.
Fan.
Hey, good morning. Welcome back, everybody. Yeah, if you're just waking up and you're like, I wonder if it snowed. It did snow, and it's not like 95 inches or anything like that, but the roads are slickery, so you're going to be sitting in traffic, so you might want to leave early or just call in sick or just quit. But if you don't have to go anywhere, don't go anywhere. You know what I mean?
Don't go anywhere.
If you can stay home. Stay home.
Yeah, take 2 weeks off and quit. I think that's better advice. I think you nailed it.
I need to spray it.
Maybe Adam Schefter should as well. Back to the Luka trade for a second. He got roasted over the weekend. Did you see that?
Yeah, what a dumbass.
So a couple of people were saying like,
oh, yeah.
All right, so like, what's the deal here? How big of a trade is this? Why is this such a shocking deal? So people were asking other people in other fields, what's the equivalent? So Adam Schefter on Twitter said an NFL equivalent of the Luka trade would be the Ravens trading Lamar Jackson and more to the Bengals in exchange for Joe Burrow and more in the middle of the season. Well, everybody in the world basically said that's not even close to what this is. You're talking about 2 quarterbacks who are elite in their prime. Both teams would be like, wow, this is weird. But the other fan base would be thrilled to be like, wow, we got Joe Burrow. Wow, we got Lamar Jackson.
Yeah.
Nobody would be super bummed. They'd be confused, but they'd be like, wow, we're all right. We're still all right. We're good. So he got hammered on Twitter going, dude, you missed by a mile and a half.
You swung and missed.
This guy says, this isn't even close. It's more like the Ravens trading Lamar Jackson for Dak Prescott.
Yeah.
That's closer.
Or somebody yesterday said it would be like the Bengals trading Jamar Chase for Mike Evans.
That's a good one.
This one says, no, it's more like trading Josh Allen for Matthew Stafford, Tyler Higbee, and a pick.
That's good. Yeah.
But the best one was on Twitter. Somebody asked, like, what does this mean in girl terms?
Yeah,
right? It was
brilliant.
You saw this. This is so good. Somebody said, tell me what this means in girl terms. And at the Mavs Queen on Twitter said, this would be Destiny's Child trading Beyonce to TLC for Chili.
Brilliant. So good.
Don't get syphilis.
Right back in the day, Chili was an integral part of TLC, and TLC was a big deal.
Yeah.
This isn't a knock on Chili. This isn't a knock on Anthony Davis. But TLC's window of waterfalls has closed.
Yes.
Right? Shout out to Waterfalls, right? Tip of the cap. Great song. Anthony Davis, great player. You ain't Beyonce.
No, correct.
All right, you get it.
All right, Dan.
Luka.
All right, Dan.
I just can't believe I took me over an hour to verify. I just couldn't believe it. I needed to see it from every source possible because it's just so mind-boggling. That's a 2K. I don't even know if that trade would work in 2K. It's unbelievable.
Yeah. Sauce, you believe the NBA is doing this just so Luka has a chance to play with Bronny?
Man, I mean, yes. No. I was awoken by my son about 3:15 Saturday morning.
He couldn't believe it either.
He's like,
he was on his phone. He has a phone in his bassinet.
Teach him early.
I had like 3 people just text me in all caps, Luka. And for about 30 seconds, I'm like, did the Wolves acquire Luka? Like, I can't believe like 3 people would text me about it, right?
So what's weird is if 3 people at 3:15 in the morning texted me just the word Luka,
yeah,
I would think that he died.
Or no, sorry. It was Doncic, not Luka. But I was
even if it was if it was just one word, if it was Doncic, I'd be like,
doesn't change
did he
anything
die?
at all whether it was Doncic or Luka.
Yeah, it would still be. I would assume at 3:15 in the morning that means he died in some kind of a car accident or something.
Yeah, that's a good point. I thought he was traded to the Timberwolves. And then I looked and I'm like, what? Why? But yeah.
So then you did your Tim Allen impression for your son, and he's like, I don't get that reference. I'm a month old. And went right back to bed.
I'm going back on my phone, Dad. Yeah, leave me alone. But yeah, that's how I found out.
When do you think you're going to give him Instagram or TikTok or whatever is the new
I'm
hotness?
not on TikTok. Probably.
Don't get syphilis.
Probably not till he's probably
kindergarten?
25.
Oh, 25.
Yeah.
This would be Destiny's Child trading Beyonce
That's
to
like
TLC
a
for
Hall
Chili.
of Fame tweet.
Genius.
That's so good. Brilliant.
Yeah. And if we're going to be serious, short term, the Mavs are going to be a problem if Anthony Davis is healthy. But long term, it makes zero sense.
Yeah, they have about a 2-year window because the whole thing is based around Kyrie Irving.
Yeah.
What if they win it this year and then the Dallas GM just takes his junk out and holds it up for the fans at the victory parade in Dallas?
The length
I still think he'll get arrested.
Yeah, the length
I don't
team
know.
has
Maybe
is
not.
outstanding.
The length?
What the GM has?
No.
Well, then, I don't want to parade.
Oh, he was showing it, and then he got arrested. Yeah.
So he held a press conference with Jason Kidd.
Yeah.
It was the most awkward thing you've ever seen.
Man.
He flat out admitted Jason Kidd wasn't asked about the trade or told about the trade either. So as this guy is explaining why he did it and what they were trying to do, and he was talking about how he doesn't need to talk to Jay Kidd because he knows what Jay Kidd thinks.
Yeah.
Jason Kidd is sitting there like a hostage victim, right? Like, like he's staring into the table like, I don't want to be here. I hate this. This was a huge mistake.
Right.
You can see it in his face.
Makes my job harder.
Can you explain to the folks at home who Jason Kidd is?
Jason Kidd would be like T-Boz from TLC.
Yeah.
Okay.
He had a moment.
You don't know Jason Kidd?
The coach?
He played, yeah.
You don't know Jason Kidd, Zach?
I mean, I know who he is, but like, what does he do now?
He's the coach now. He's
thank you.
Hall of Fame basketball player.
I'm just kidding, like Jason.
Yeah, one of the best players in the last 30 years.
Yeah,
he's in the top 30 the last 30.
Yeah, he was good, yeah. Really good.
Yeah, Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
Good kisser.
Fantastic kisser.
Great tongue.
Oh, for sure. He goes for it.
He didn't just lay there.
No.
Yeah, he looked so pissed. And apparently it sounds like the Lakers and the Mavericks GMs both just did this under the cover of darkness because they said LeBron and Anthony Davis didn't know either.
Yep. Which is weird that you don't tell
Super weird.
LeBron.
Well, you don't do anything you could possibly screw something like this up.
Right. You don't tell LeBron. Or not telling LeBron, even like 5 minutes is like, I don't know, it's weird. You think you'd tell him. But he has a no trade
I don't think you
clause,
tell
so
the
he's
other
like-
members of TLC either.
No, they're pretty devastated.
One of them's dead.
Maybe just texted LeBron, Luka.
Yeah, and then he'll think he's
dead.
He's dead?
No, actually, he just texted him Doncic.
Yeah. Yeah, I got that wrong.
Front Page Sports is next. Sauce, there was another trade in the NBA, and you're bummed because you want the Wolves to get this guy, but it sounds like this guy was really only interested in going to one team. We'll talk about that in a second. After this on the Fan.
Have you ever wondered what it would be like to have supervision, enhanced hearing, extraordinary reflexes, to be, dare we say, superhuman? Well, Roku's new Pro Series TV can't do any of that for you. But with a 4K screen, side-firing speakers, and a blazing fast refresh rate, it'll sure feel like it. Elevate your entertainment using all your favorite apps like iHeart and play all your music, radio, and podcasts with the new Roku Pro Series. Your senses aren't better. Your TV is.
Good morning again, everybody. Here we are at 6:06. The sports leader, the Fan, the Minnesota Vikings morning show, the Power Trip. I love the T-Wolves. We got it all covered.
Time now for Front Page Sports, presented by Holiday Station Stores.
Yeah, Holiday Station Stores. Buy 3 Pepsis for $5.50, 3 for $5.50. Those 20 ounces, mix and match any Pepsi flavors you want. Probably not the weekend to love the Minnesota Timberwolves. Yeah. So Ant was sick. Julius Randle was injured. Nas left in the second half. And they lost to a team that had lost 16 consecutive games for the second time this season. They had only won 6 games all year. Now it's 7. The Wolves lost to the Washington Wizards of Anaheim on Saturday. 105-103. That ends a 5-game win streak for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Washington was 1-21 on the road. Now it's 2-21.
Hideous.
That was awful. But when you're down your 3 best players, essentially.
Yeah, it was basically a G League team.
Right. It still sucks, and they still should have found a way to pull it through against that Wizards team, but you can't really hang your head on it.
Dillingham needs to play more.
Yeah, absolutely. He's been awesome when he gets a chance, man.
Up next, the Wolves host Sacramento tonight at 7 o'clock. That is game 2 of a 5-game homestand.
Yeah, and I doubt Fox will play, and maybe Levine? I don't know.
You doubt Fox will play?
Yeah, they traded him.
So you mean he can't play because he's not on the Kings anymore?
Well, I don't know if is it official yet?
I think so, but even if it isn't,
you're right.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was very confused because I'm like, he's not on the Kings anymore.
Yeah.
He got traded to the San Antonio Spurs, or is about to get traded in a 3-team trade that goes. Levine goes to the Kings, and 3 first-round picks. The Kings got an absolute haul for De'Aaron Fox, but I guess De'Aaron didn't want to stay there beyond this year, so now he's going to San Antonio with Wemby.
Yeah, the Wolves are 4.5-point favorites. They should win.
And expected to play, or is he still sick?
I think he's going to play. Yeah.
Yeah, that Fox and Wemby matchup is going to be, that's going to be nasty.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
What was worse on Saturday? Because it was a bad day for Minnesota sports.
Horrible. Oh, my.
The Timberwolves lost to the terrible Wizards. The Golden Gopher basketball team lost to a terrible Washington squad.
Man.
And the Minnesota Wild got absolutely trucked 6-0 to Ottawa.
Dear God.
Rosie.
A lot of one word quotes after the game.
Yeah.
Embarrassing, unacceptable.
Wild only had 16 shots.
And now we're about to see what Ryan Hartman gets for a suspension, because he has been offered an in-person hearing. I believe that's today.
What'd he do?
In retaliation for, I guess he was justifiably angry about an earlier interaction with a Ottawa senator. He basically took a face off and drove the guy's head into the ice. And his head just made contact with the ice very hard. It cut him somehow. Probably the helmet tore his skin on his head. So, he's looking at a very lengthy suspension, potentially, depending on what they decide, because he is a repeat offender. He was suspended, of course, in retaliation for the Kaprizov injury last year. So he's looking at potentially 6 or more games. Now, he might be a really good negotiator in that in-person meeting. But
is there a chance if it doesn't go his way, he just grabs somebody by the face and tries to shove it through a table of sorts, or maybe a desk?
Does he have a knife?
Man, that's a great idea. I hope they have cameras, and that'd be good entertainment.
They are at Boston tomorrow at 6.
Which is part of the reason why he will probably be in person, because you can usually do it on the phone. But Russo was saying basically, like, if you're in Boston, you can do a quick commute over to New York and talk to them in person, which again could help his chances. But I wouldn't hold your breath.
I wasn't gonna.
I was thinking about it.
Yeah, don't do it. Don't do it, and drive safely out there.
Super Bowl Licks is Sunday at 5:30. The Eagles and the Chiefs. The
Can
Chiefs
you call
are
it the Big Licks, please?
Yeah, the Big Licks.
Because I get nervous when you call it that.
The Chiefs are 1.5-point favorites. Both teams arrived Sunday in New Orleans. Media day is tonight. Practice starts Wednesday. The Eagles are using the Saints facilities. The Chiefs are at Tulane. If anybody cares. Don't know if that was relevant information.
Yeah, Zach cares.
That's interesting. You always like to know.
That's stuff Zach cares about.
Yeah. I remember media day when it was here.
Did you go?
Kinda.
What does that mean?
I think we had to work a wild road game around that time.
It was like a crazy one?
And it was at the X. So, yeah, they built a whole floor in the middle of the bowl of the X Energy Center. So they took seats out and, like, basically halfway up put a floor so they could make a bigger floor area. It was crazy, the amount of work they did for a 2-hour media day, if that.
Insane.
The NFL's got a lot of money. I mean, they are a nonprofit, though.
They are?
Technically, they are a nonprofit organization.
But what?
Yeah.
Are they really?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, I'm very confused.
What, a church?
Well, you could say that, I guess.
Does anybody have any idea what Zach's talking about right now?
I don't think they are.
Oh, I'm sorry. They voluntarily gave up their tax-exempt status in 2015, but they had been a 501c6 nonprofit organization since 1942.
That's what I thought, because I was like, I remember in 1942.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like that.
But up until 2015, that was the case, and then they still could be, but
how do we get iHeart to be a tax exempt company?
It's already nonprofit.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Genius.
Do you guys remember Sailor Moon?
Oh, dude, she's the best.
No.
It's one of the most iconic anime characters of all time.
No.
She helped popularize anime across the world. That and Dragon Ball Z, Sailor Moon.
Really?
Yeah, for sure. Those are probably the two big, like Dragon Ball Z for the dudes and Sailor Moon for the chicks. That was the two big anime that when it first started going outside of Japan, and that's where it all grew from pretty much. Yeah, Sailor Moon was awesome. I actually just ordered a shirt the other day that's Taylor Moon. It was Taylor Swift as Sailor Moon, and she was smoking a cigarette.
Get it from Temu?
Yep. Yeah, you could only get that kind of bootleg fare from Temu.
That thing's going to make its journey to you on a giant boat across terrible seas just to get to you 4 months from now.
Yep. in terrible quality.
Yeah.
And Taylor and Moon will be spelled wrong.
Yep,
yeah, of course.
You may get sued.
Yeah, I probably will. Have to blur it out on the Power Hour.
Did you guys own a Game Boy Color?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
The Game Boy Color.
Sweet, yeah.
I had a purple one that was like kind of transparent.
I got one that kind of looks like a Game Boy Color.
The wiener
and it's
is
got
transparent?
all the old games on it, like Nintendo 64, Sega Genesis. Yeah, Charge gave it to me.
Isn't like one of the Pokemons like thought of as like one of the best games ever, and it's a Game Boy game?
Yeah.
Pokemon
Red, Blue, Yellow, Silver, and Gold came out on Game Boy Color.
There's a lot of things that I'm reading here, things 90s kids know about. There's a few of them I don't know what the hell they're talking about. Like, what are Lisa Frank stickers?
Oh, man. I remember those.
Weren't those the, like, really bright stickers?
I
don't know.
Every girl had their folder decked out with Lisa
Frank
stickers, for
Yeah.
sure.
What about the...
Oh, yeah.
Gel pens?
Oh, yeah. Those are the worst.
Don't know what those are.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Yeah, what were those?
Neopets?
Oh, man. Mine died so many times.
Rosie.
Rosie?
Gel pens.
Rosie.
Did you have a Neopet, Zacho?
I did not have a Neopet.
Were you traumatized by the...
I couldn't afford it. Well, because I didn't have a Neopet.
Couldn't afford it. It was a website, brother.
I know.
Were you traumatized by the cake scene in Matilda?
Oh, yeah. Terrifying.
I hate Matilda.
Never saw it. Paul, your hands up.
Never mind then. Matilda's principal, Woodhawk.
Again, I have not seen that film, but based on the fact that she's probably a disciplinarian, and my guess is you are implying she's a heavy-set woman, fair? Yeah? Then yes, he would.
She's in charge, right?
Yeah, oh yeah.
She's in charge.
She's mean, right, Hawk?
Yeah, she's in
that
charge.
turns you on.
Yeah, she's in charge. She's going to tell me where to go.
Oh, yeah.
Do you have a Tamagotchi, Corey?
Nope.
No, I did not either.
So you're too young?
I think yeah, 90s kids might mean like Zach and Max, or
Like
just,
born in the 90s?
just
Yeah,
before those two,
Not
maybe.
born at the 90s.
Right, because by the time we were in high school, a lot of this stuff missed me.
At the 90s.
Yeah.
That was the early 2000s.
Okay, got it. Hit clips? I don't know what that is either.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
How they had
What
like
was that?
It was like one song, right, Zacho?
Oh, yeah.
Kool-Aid Man over
It was
there?
like an
the little
MP3
tiny-
thing, right?
Yeah. It was
I watched a video on
thing.
this like not too long ago. Because they also, I think they introduced like a video version later on too, where you could watch like on a. You remember how, like, speaking of Game Boy Color, remember how those screens were like just white and black before even the color version?
Yeah.
So they would have these hit clips video things where it would be, you'd be watching it on just a literally black dot and white screen.
Watching what, though?
Like SpongeBob or like whatever kids shows that were available on these.
I have zero knowledge of what you're talking
Yeah, I
about.
don't know either.
I've never
Crazy.
even heard of these.
Awful. But
Awful.
it was the original like portable DVD player.
Oh.
But it
was
started
very
out as
tiny.
just music.
It's only one episode and one song each, I believe. Yeah.
Awful.
And portable DVD players, I thought the world
Yes.
could not get better.
Same. Yep.
I'm going to bring this on an airplane. Right? And you're like, I'm the king of the world. It was the greatest feeling ever. Ever. Portable DVD players. My gosh.
Yeah.
I still have a pile of CDs and DVDs. And I'm like, what do I do with these?
Yeah.
Do I throw them away? Do I donate them? What do you do with them?
Wait, it says
so many.
It said only clips of the song, not the whole song. So maybe
Are you serious?
that's why it was called hit clips.
Oh my gosh, it only played clips of the song?
Just the chorus.
Wow.
They were robbing folks.
But again, for that, I always think about that when I'm watching like documentaries and stuff like that. Like at the moment, just like at this moment, we think we're at the tip of the spear. You know what I mean? So like even just having a clip on something that you could carry around that was an MP3 was the tip of the spear at that moment.
Boy, we couldn't believe it.
Yeah, you couldn't believe it.
That kind of stuff. It was like you guys, when you guys did the driverless cars in the last handful of months.
Yeah.
20, 30 years from now, it's going to be insane to get into a stranger's car and have somebody else drive. But right now, it's like, what? You don't even have anybody driving the car.
Right.
It's just how it works.
Yeah.
It's weird, man.
It's greasy.
It's greasy.
Remember Grease? That used to be a thing.
Oh,
Yeah,
great
Grease.
film, right?
Love that
Hugs?
lighting.
It's the word.
What really matters is next scores and stats around the world of sports. And Chris will tell you something that's more interesting than what I'm about to say. This is the Power Trip Morning Show on the Fan.
Everything is chaos.
The Fan.
Hello, iHeart listener. We have a confession to make. Both iHeart and this commercial you're listening to right now would probably sound a heck of a lot better on the new Roku Pro Series TV. It's got side-firing speakers that fill your room with sound, Dolby Atmos audio that puts you right in the middle of the entertainment, and the ability to pair seamlessly with your home theater sound systems that already have surround sound and booming bass. If all that sounds too good to be true, it'll sound even better on the new Roku Pro Series. Your hearing isn't better, your TV is.
Join the Power Trips Max Fuller this Thursday at 7 at Tom's Watch Bar for a KFAN Wolves watch party. It will have the Timberwolves versus Rockets live on the big screens, delicious food and drinks, and your chance to secure exclusive KFAN swag and chance to qualify for Wolves tickets later this season. Get all the details now at KFAN.com, keyword calendar.
Yeah, man.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. It's Power Trip. Here we are. You know, there's lots going on. Ben, Mussy, all those guys, right? Like they're coming in, right? Both of them, right? Right?
As far as I know.
I think so too.
I don't know if we should call him Mussy.
Why?
I mean, that's a slang term in some certain groups.
What? It is?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God. What did I just say?
What does it mean?
What did I just say?
It's just
combining. I'm just going to Urban Dictionary
I need to know what I just said.
Mussy.
I mean, if you could probably put it together.
I don't think I can.
Bussy as well. Except it's not pronounced it's not pronounced that way, but yeah.
Messy, disordered, untidy?
Yeah. I think that's messy.
Oh, yeah, because it...
I have no idea what's happening. I'm trying to.
Come on, guys.
I don't see it.
Okay. Now I found it on Urban Dictionary. Got it. Got it.
It's a portmanteau.
Oh.
Got it. So it's yeah. Never mind. Just look it up on Urban Dictionary if you care to.
Oh, okay. Now I get it.
Yeah.
I don't mind calling him that. I don't think he's going to mind being called that.
Jesus. No, he doesn't care. He will like to be called that.
In fact, I'm going to call him Musty Mussy.
Yeah. He's been called that before.
Yeah.
It's time for What Really Matters. I'll do scores and stats around the world of sports, and Chris will tell you something else. Here we go.
That's what really matters.
Yep, let's start with wild news presented by our friends at Catalyst Supply Co. and CatalystSupplyCo.com. If you're a Twin Cities contractor, boost your build with Catalyst. Thanks, Catalyst.
Thank you, Catalyst.
The Wild got smoked on Saturday 6-0 to Ottawa. Ottawa scored 1 in the first, 2 in the second, 3 in the third. That's a nice little pattern. Gustafson, 46 saves, but it was on 52 shots, and the Wild had only 16 shots on goal. 0 for 3 on the power play, while Ottawa was 3 for 8. They take on Boston tomorrow at 6. But what really matters is this.
Okay, I got something for you. Consumer Affairs has ranked the best places to live in the Midwest. And let me tell you, 12 Minnesota cities were ranked among the best places to live in the Midwest.
Oh.
Yeah. In the top 10, Plymouth.
Hell yeah, man.
Landed 7th. Largely based on being ranked 4th overall in the Journal's economy rank. Oh, wow. How about that?
I just wish we had more restaurants. That's all.
Like one
There's only a handful of good ones. And this is not just for me. This is for people that actually eat like normal human adults. Kind of a no man's land. There's a handful, but most of the good ones are north or south. You got to drive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lakeville came in at 26. Woodbury at 30. Rochester at 37. Maple Grove 46.
Hell
Blaine
yeah.
at 52. Bloomington at 64. Duluth at 67. Brooklyn Park
With a
69?
question mark. Brooklyn
They got
Park.
a Rocky Rococo.
That's how I feel about Lakeville being in there.
Rocky Rococo's Wales.
Yeah.
St. Cloud at 73. St. Paul at 83 and Minneapolis at 96. The number one.
Where's Minnetonka or Edina?
Nowhere. They got blanked.
Saucy.
Well, I move in and all hell breaks loose.
Yeah. Top 10 cities to live in America, according to Consumer Affairs, Carmel, Indiana, just outside Indianapolis. Naperville, Illinois, just outside of Naperville.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's right by the medieval times.
Is that right?
Yeah, look it up.
I know exactly what you're talking about. It's right there on the right as you're driving out into Chicago.
You learned that in Cable Guy?
I've been to that medieval times.
Have you really?
Yep.
As a performer or a...
No, me, Dob, and a buddy of ours drove there our sophomore year.
I
It was
wish you were
great.
getting stabbed.
Yeah. It was
By
great.
night. I wish
we
you
got
been-
You guys at 16 years old drove to
Maybe
medieval times?
Yeah.
Does that surprise you?
Yeah.
You know how many times they stopped at Dairy Queen?
Yeah, it was me and my buddy Will and David. We got so super baked. It was great.
I don't know if you've ever mentioned Will. He must not be that
Will.
He must
doesn't
not
have a nickname.
Nope, must not be that important.
No, he is important.
You've never mentioned him.
He doesn't have a nickname.
Yeah, he was.
What'd you call him?
I think his Buckland was his last name, so I think we just called him by his last name, Buckland.
You must have just called him Will because you only called him Will. You didn't give Will a nickname.
We called him Buckland.
No, you guys weren't very tight with him.
Man, what did he do to you?
He was great.
He has
Nothing.
no
What did Will do?
Nothing. I loved Will.
Did he
Will was
embarrass you
great.
at medieval times?
You loved him.
Yeah, Will was great.
Oh, did he break your heart?
No, he's still with us. Yeah,
I'm sorry.
He's like one of
He's
the-
dead?
He like helped.
Did he
start
put you
that.
in his will?
Normally, you'd be like, his last name was Buckland, so we called him Bick Buckhunter, and then we called him Triggerfinger, and then we just called him Safari.
Then we just called him Finger.
Yep.
No, we just. I think we
So he
just
was just
called
Will.
him.
Yep. We weren't very close with Will.
Yes, I was.
No,
I
you
drove
weren't.
to medieval times.
You've
with
been
him.
on this show for almost 20 years.
Never.
You've never mentioned
never
him
said it one
once.
time.
We didn't.
You just said you loved him.
You've been censoring him.
Will's the
What do you
best.
feel about him
He
now?
can't be
He's
the
great.
best. You
What
haven't
did he do?
talked about him ever.
What did
You
he
don't
do?
love him.
Relax.
You
What
don't
did
love
he
him.
do?
He didn't do anything.
Did he
did
break your
something.
heart?
See, he didn't do
No.
anything. He was forgettable.
Oh, is
he
that what it is?
wasn't forgettable.
Yeah, Will, do
Immediately
something.
forgettable.
No, Will's the best. I
Do
love
something,
Will.
Will.
I went
If
to
he's
medieval
the
times
best,
with
why do you
him.
not
One
hang out
time.
with him all the time?
Going to
God.
medieval
Jesus.
times with somebody does not guarantee or solidify love for someone.
Yes, it does. That's a big commitment.
Sauce, quit flapping your lips for a second.
Yes.
Listen to this, Corey. Think about how little fun Will must have been on that trip.
He was great.
He must have been on that trip.
Yeah, probably.
No, he was way more fun than Dov.
Well, but again, that's such a low bar. So Will didn't like Insane Clown Posse.
Did Will yell, Kane?
No.
Oh my
Okay.
God.
No, I wouldn't have brought him up if he yelled that.
If he did, and I was at medieval times, I would want somebody to
Yeah.
stab me with Excalibur.
I would have volunteered to be run over by all the horses.
You're telling me you went to medieval times
Yeah.
and you won't go to the Excalibur with me?
I'll go to the Excalibur with you.
You won't go before? I'm like, Will, you don't like me.
Oh, you know I love you.
You don't like
What is Will doing now?
Well, I think he was one of the few people that started Chewy, the website for all the dog
Are
stuff.
you kidding me?
No, yeah,
I got a bone to pick with that guy.
Yeah.
Oh, so he's gone.
He's big
he
time.
forgot
yeah.
you, didn't he?
that's
what it was. Okay.
He did break
He's up
your
at the
heart.
top.
He forgot
You
you.
saw him in a limo and he just shunned you, didn't
Yeah.
Left
He
you
was
in his
blessed
medieval-
Fetty Wap.
he? He just rolled up the window.
Oh, bye, Will.
You have all these friends that have started companies and gotten completely filthy rich.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder why they didn't ask you to be early investors.
Will talks about his time with you as his medieval times.
Yeah, you are correct.
Yeah, maybe that's it. Maybe Will had so little fun with you and Dov, and you embarrassed him so much that he never spoke to you guys again.
He'd rather spend time with animals.
Yeah.
He had a
wished
great
that
time.
he did live in medieval times.
He had a great time.
He stayed there. And
Yeah, he lives there now.
Continued on living in medieval
Yeah.
times.
He's now the jouster. Is that a thing?
Nope.
Who are your friends again from high school? Give me some of their names.
Smidium.
Yep.
See, that's a nickname.
Scene Bear.
Yep. My little
nickname.
scene bear.
Yep.
Yep.
Hot Ass Randy.
Yep.
And hopefully a nickname, but also very accurate.
Lucas.
Lucas, was that his name?
Luke.
These are all guys we've heard about 10,000 times.
That poor damn Will.
Yeah. No,
I can't
Will's
believe he's
great.
got the will to live.
I love Will.
Sounds like it. When's the last time you saw him?
Probably 2002.
Will from Chewy.com.
I think he's moved on from that company.
They didn't like him either.
Yeah.
Poor Will.
The way he moved on from you?
No, I bet it was. I know he got paid to move on from.
My brother and I drove to a Wall Drug with my friend Jeff when we
You've
were in
never
high
brought
school.
Jeff up.
Well, he went on to bigger and better things. He started this book website
called. Oh, I got it. See, you're smarter than I am.
So is Will.
I went to a whorehouse in Holland with Mike Grimm.
This isn't a high school story. This is last week.
Yeah, this is last night. That's who he was driving around in the Dakotas with.
Hawk was just reading his fan fiction out loud that he was writing.
This might have been a dream now that I think about it. Does Mike Grimm have a huge schlong?
Oh, your mic's on.
That's a dream then, obviously.
Does Will still live in the Twin Cities?
No, I think he lives in Florida.
So you admit it.
So you've lost track of him over the years. You're not very close with Will.
I don't even
poor
care
guy.
anymore. No, he texted me like a month ago.
Yeah, and he's like, why did you drop me?
He said, come back, please.
No, he texted you a promo code for Chewy.
Probably.
Save 15% off.
Yeah.
Friends and family.
You know what? It's weird, too, because he feels guilty because he got the idea for Chewy from listening to you say, Tukin Chewy.
Or what did Sauce do the entire drive to medieval times?
I was
He wouldn't stop eating.
super fat.
He wouldn't stop
Just
eating.
like now.
And when he wasn't eating, he had a whole mouthful of chew in there.
Oh, no, I didn't chew then. No, that wasn't my bit then.
No, not then.
Or
No.
Will.
Not during your Will era,
No.
which was basically a round trip.
Yeah,
and you
it
were
was
done with
basically
Will.
700 miles.
Man, I feel bad.
Why?
Whose idea was it? Yours, Dobbs, or
All
Will's?
of ours. Because we were like the only people who loved Cable Guy. Because everybody else hated Cable Guy.
So
but
hey,
Cable Guy's
okay, but hang on.
fun.
I have another question. So you were 16. You said you were sophomores.
I think so, yeah. Sophomores or juniors.
So
yeah.
you're 16 or 17. Will was in your class?
Yes.
So Will's 16 or 17.
Yeah.
How old's Dov? 14?
14, yeah.
God.
Your parents let two 16-year-olds and a 14-year-old Dov drive to medieval times.
Not only that,
God.
Lawyer Lambert let some of the air out of the tires.
No doubt.
Slash the brake.
Lawyer Lambert was hoping that Will went off of a bridge. Did Will drive?
We both did, yeah.
Man.
That is unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
God, they were hoping for the worst.
Because, like, you didn't, and I mean, cell phones.
No.
No. Yeah.
No.
So no cell phones.
My dad was hoping just Will came back.
Yep.
Ben Leber is here. He's never heard of Will either. We'll talk to him about all things sports.
He's a fake person.
He's fake,
Yes.
exactly. Howard, your morning show fan.
The Fan.
Have you ever wondered what it would be like to have supervision, enhanced hearing, extraordinary reflexes, to be, dare we say, superhuman? Well, Roku's new Pro Series TV can't do any of that for you. But with a 4K screen, side-firing speakers, and a blazing fast refresh rate, it'll sure feel like it. Elevate your entertainment using all your favorite apps like iHeart and play all your music, radio, and podcasts with the new Roku Pro Series. Your senses aren't better. Your TV is.
Hey, you can join me tomorrow night at the Apple Valley Legion for a Bud Light Wild Watch Party. Get there at 6 o'clock to watch your Wild in action and sign up for your chance to qualify for first-round playoff tickets this year and other Wild prizes. Get the full details at KFAN.com keyword calendar.
Hi, Ben.
Hi there, Hawk.
How was your weekend, buddy?
Oh man, it was great. It was full of volleyball and hockey,
Wow.
but it was good, man.
Good, man. Good.
How the kiddos do?
The volleyball was fine. They went like, I don't know, 1-2 on the first day, and then 2-1 on the second day, and then they lost the bracket style.
It's a lot of
yesterday.
games.
Yeah.
It's a lot of
That
games.
is
It's a lot of games.
Ooh,
Yep,
that
it
is
was
a
at
lot
the
of games.
convention center 3 days in a row. But it's fun, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
I enjoy it.
Hanging out with the parents and
Yeah, hang out with the parents. Getting ready. We got a couple travel trips coming up. Got
Grand Rapids, right?
Got Grand Rapids trip coming up for squirt hockey this weekend, and then I'll be in Omaha.
Okay, Sauce isn't listening.
No,
He just said squirt hockey. That if you were ever going to do a Hawk sister joke, that was it. But you were scrolling Twitter. Damn it!
Can you
do it again so Sauce can?
Can I add to that real quick? This is it's the worst. Okay, they have this thing up in Blaine at the Super Rink every year. Albie knows what I'm talking about.
obviously.
Yeah, why are you laughing?
I can't wait, man. I don't think I've been this excited for a long time.
Now, keep in mind, they sell all sorts of apparel.
Oh, please give it to me.
I mean, just all across
Oh my
your
God.
chest.
What could it be? What could it be?
All over your
letters.
You big across your chest, big across your forehead if you're wearing a hat.
Oh, give it to me.
Oh, you'll get it. You'll get a lot of it. It's called the Squirtacular.
Come on, man. Man, Rosie showed up to that super disappointed.
Yes. Yeah. There might be even apparel with it all over your back.
That's a terrible name.
My God.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
My God.
I mean,
it's like that word didn't just become naughty recently.
No, you're right. Why?
I don't, because that's the level of hockey that they're playing. So there's a lot of other descriptive words when you think of something like a big collection of, right?
Yeah, but to your point, let's go. Forget the Squirtacular for a second. How has somebody in the world of hockey not just said, "Are we sticking with squirts moving forward? Why can't we come up with a different name?
Can we call it something else?"
Like when the Star Wars franchise realized that Anakin Skywalker had to kill a whole bunch of young Jedis. They realized, let's not call them kids, because then he's just killing a bunch of kids. We'll call them younglings, and maybe people won't feel as bad.
That doesn't sound worse. That sounds worse.
Killing younglings.
That sounds worse.
Sounds worse, yeah.
So can't somebody say, this sounds bad. We can't have our people playing squirts.
Yeah, and let's just be honest. Let's just call them piss.
Come up to Blaine for Piss Fest 2025.
Well played, Hawk.
We did already change the name of a level of hockey.
From
I don't
what to
know,
what?
for my time, but I played junior gold. Though if I played like 10 years before, it would have been midget. So
Yeah.
there is definitely precedent to changing that. But I think you'd have to acknowledge, like, in a room with another adults, that squirt is inappropriate,
then here's
and
what we
nobody
need-
wants
here's
to
what
do
we need
that.
to do.
Everybody knows it
I
is.
would assume that there were some little people that were offended and like, we need to change this. So what we need for change is a group of squirters
I'll give you a list.
to say this is unacceptable.
And check it
And
twice.
here's the deal,
The board
Court.
meeting is at my house, by the way.
Here's God. There's actually two different levels of squirts. There's
You're damn right there is.
I know. So hear me out.
It's more than two sometimes.
Hawk, I'm sure that you've come across this. There are.
I'm sure he has.
There are first year
This show's
squirts.
dumb.
There's first year squirts, and then people ask you, is he a first or second year squirt? Well, he's a second year squirt. So
We had, in my day, we had 3 levels. It was A squirt, B squirt, and C squirt. I did 2 years of C squirts.
Serious?
Oh,
Are you kidding me?
You ever seen a seahorse reproduce?
No.
Yeah.
Those are some sea squirts.
Yeah, oh yeah, yeah. That's pretty aggressive.
This is unbelievable. Are you kidding me?
Oh, my God.
That's so weird.
Yeah, that's got to change.
you know,
If the president of hockey is listening, change the name
Immediately.
Squirtacular.
Hawk, I'm sure that they have some leftover hoodies, sweatshirts that they can just send you that just has it splattered on the front.
Oh.
Oh my God! I'm gonna tell you right now. If I were to like purchase 12 or 100 of those, and take them and like go home to my hometown in Union City, Indiana, and wear those around, people would be like, "My God, man!" Because we don't have hockey back home, right?
Yeah.
They're like, what are you doing?
Or you'd walk into your event, and they'd give you a standing ovation.
He's a hockey.
He
that's for
lettered
sure.
in it.
He's got the hockey squares.
Yep.
Wow, that's really
Well, we
weird,
learned
guys.
something.
You're
Glad we
teaching me
asked.
things. You're teaching me things I didn't know. I didn't know.
Squirtacular is just next level.
He's got the hockey squirts.
Yeah, he sure does. He sure does.
What does that even mean?
He sure does.
Exactly what you think.
That's exactly what you think.
Man, that's weird, guys.
It's exactly that.
That's weird.
If you think Chris is bummed that he didn't make it to Squirtacular 25, he is super pissed that he missed Midget Fest 96.
Can I just ask you? Is there ever a game when it's midget squirts? Because my lord.
Yeah.
Utah. Give me 2.
All right, more of what really matters. I'll do scores and stats, and then Chris will change your life with something else.
My God, that's the dirtiest segment we've ever
Yeah,
done.
that's
and
pretty.
it wasn't.
Yeah, correct.
Technically, we can say all of that.
Yeah, it's
You
for
are
kids.
correct. It's hockey related.
Yeah, it's about kids.
Yeah,
yes.
we took those compliance tests, some of us, right?
Yeah.
We were in compliance.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah, we
I got
did
it.
it.
I believe.
The Gophers got trucked by number 1 UCLA, but that's what they do. UCLA has not lost a game all year. They're 21-0. The Lady Gophers stuck with them the first half, but UCLA pulled away in the second half to win 79-69. to 53.
Bad road trip for everybody but Gerdsey.
Yeah, Gerdsey had a good time.
Gerdsey got a tan.
Yeah.
Must be nice.
Yeah.
But what really matters is this.
Man, you guys got me shook over here.
Yeah.
That's a terrible name.
Thanks. A Delta flight bound for Amsterdam returned to Minneapolis St. Paul International Airport shortly after takeoff yesterday. The DL-160, which was scheduled to take off at 3:37, experienced a mechanical issue with its flaps that required an emergency landing. After circling the Twin Cities to use up fuel, the that can't be right. It says Airbnb, but it must have meant Airbus. Yeah.
Yes.
AE330.
Airbnb.
I swear to God. It's right here. Which was carrying 272 passengers, landed safely about an hour after takeoff. Now, we all know what happened in D.C. and in Philadelphia, which is just terrifying and horrifying on both counts. But how about that yesterday we were going about our lives in the Twin Cities, just doing what we were doing, and over our head there was a plane circling to get rid of its fuel so it could have an emergency landing.
I thought the same thing last night, Hawk, because, on those FlightAware apps that, track it.
Yeah, right.
It was going over my house.
No kidding. Wow.
I could have looked up and been just having a nice day, and there's people up there going, we ain't going to Amsterdam no more.
Yeah, right. And let me, I'm going to say the obvious thing, guys, but if you're going from Minneapolis to Amsterdam, that's a hell of a lot of fuel, and you just took off. How long? They must have had to circle forever.
Yeah.
Right.
4.5 hours. I'm looking at it right now.
Oh, my God.
Wow.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. The service was due to leave Saturday evening delay.
No, I think you even read it. I think they circled for an hour.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, the delay. Yeah, okay, got it. So then they had to wait for another 4.5 hours.
By the way,
for the get back on. Sorry.
Thank you.
It'd be longer than that.
Thank you for not dumping any of that fuel, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
That would have.
Yeah.
That would have been rough on the house.
Yeah.
In the yard.
Yeah, sorry.
Okay, so just to clarify here, they're burning fuel just in the event that they didn't make a safe landing down?
It's weight.
Yeah, well, I would
because the flaps weren't working.
The flaps weren't working, exactly.
So they had to
So they had to make sure, just in case things went the really, really wrong way, it wasn't a giant fireball.
No, that's what I'm asking.
I would guess, yeah.
No,
right?
it's weight. Weight's the big thing.
Oh, because it'd be harder to land?
They're you're supposed to burn fuel in a normal flight. So when you get to the end, you're much lighter weight.
Yeah.
Because they're, as you mentioned, Chris, they're going all the way to Amsterdam. There's a lot of fuel. So you can circle around. You can burn off a lot of that fuel. They still were going to land overweight, but that's a much more manageable landing. And that's why they had the crews. That's why the brakes were red hot when they came down. Thankfully, nothing caught on fire, but had something caught on fire, they had the obviously the fire crews ready to go too.
Boy,
but
man,
that would be
just like you laid it out though. If everybody on that flight is aware of all the other aviation things that have happened,
correct.
And you're thinking to yourself, no matter what the captain says over the intercom, you're like, "This is it.
Yeah,
it's over."
Right.
Zach, why weren't you a pilot? You really seem to care about aviation.
It's not too late, by the way, brother. They're looking for pilots
I
like
had
crazy.
the flight simulator. Microsoft Flight Simulator when I was a kid. That's how a lot of pilots start. Like it's a legitimate. It's not like flying in Grand Theft Auto where you hit the Y button and fall out of the.
Yeah, I'm not good.
That was sad.
But I mean, you just said you have a FlightAware app. You just want to know where flights are, even if you're not.
Yeah, I mean that's not normal. It's a pretty popular app. It went down on the night of the tragedy in D.C. because so many people were wanting to track it. But it's awesome because you can. Whenever wherever you are, you can, if you see a plane, you can pull up the app and go, oh, that plane's headed to Paris or that plane's headed to wherever.
You make it sound like that's normal.
Yeah.
I think that's extremely unusual to look at a plane and go like, I have to know where that's coming from or where that's going.
I know several people that have the FlightAware app.
No, this is very popular.
That's so strange to me.
That is odd, yeah.
And it's actually beneficial for you as well as a traveler.
Yeah. Oh, it's great from a traveler.
Just tracking your incoming flight?
Yeah.
That makes sense. If you're going to travel, it's like, where's my plane? That I totally get. You looking up in the sky going, I wonder if that plane's coming from
Newfoundland. And then
Newfoundland.
finding out where it's going and going,
well, you don't go, yes. It's
Bonjour.
That's cool.
Bonjour.
I don't know. It's
peace out, players.
Some people are still
I'll miss
fascinated
you.
by the whole.
That's what I'm saying. Is you're fascinated by aviation. You should get into the field.
I do think that you should think about it because you would like it.
Too much math testing
studying
stuff. Math. The big thing I would struggle with, honestly, is the communication, the radio stuff, which is the having to talk to air traffic control and repeat all that stuff. I get all nervous when I'm fed information and then I have to like repeat it. I don't know why.
You guys want to hear Zach 2, the pilot?
Yes, of course.
Who's going to be the tower?
Sauce.
Okay.
Tower to flight 6969, over.
We're going to work a crash.
Flight 6969, you're right over the river. This is going to be an easy landing, over.
We're going to be in the Crow River.
Why can I only hear where you're going to land? All right, so I don't know. Put your flaps up and try and fly safe. Over.
I'm a beast word.
Flight 6969. Don't do that on the flight.
That's what's wrong with our system. The tower just got a message that you're going to crash in the Crow River, and you said, keep your flaps up and fly safe. Fly safe.
Well, at that point, I can't.
Crashing.
Well, I'm sorry. The guy in the tower was saying he could sure go for a dome dog.
Yeah, correct. I was tweeting.
The pilot said squirt.
Yeah.
He didn't even question. He said
Sling Blade is behind flight 6969, and you're telling him to fly safe.
Yep. Well, he told me where he was going to be. We'll look for him there.
All right, Dan.
All right, bye.
Hey, Dan, I'm going to be on a Crow River.
Fly safe. Keep your flaps up.
Anyway, there you go, Ben.
Oh, God, this show's
See, Ben,
just
that's
terrible.
what happens.
That's it.
See what happens?
Nailed it.
Yeah. Man, I tell you, did you guys see any of the footage? That's the one thing about these days, obviously, there's a million things, but there's so much footage that you don't want to see, but you can't help but look at. But that stuff from Philadelphia
this
is
is
horrifying, man. I saw one that I still can't believe. I don't know if it was real or not, but did you see the one where the guy walking and his arm's on fire?
No.
Yeah, like he's trying to get out of the wreckage, and I don't know if he was in a car or something like that, but his left arm is completely on fire, and he's trying to get it out as he's walking out of the fire. There's so much going on with AI these days, I can't tell if it's real or not, but it sure as hell looked real. I mean, that was like a public street. Like,
yeah.
I mean,
there was an 8-foot crater. Is that what it left?
Yes. Have you seen the crater?
Yeah.
Oh my
That's
gosh.
crazy.
Geez Louise, poor baby. Right? I mean, my gosh, and all the people, my goodness.
Zacho, did they say what they think preliminary is what happened with that Learjet?
I haven't seen anything yet, no.
Because it just took off, right?
Yeah,
it was like
just taken off.
43 seconds in the air, I think. I read.
And then just a straight nosedive.
Yeah. And the explosion was because it was, Zach said, full of fuel. Yeah.
13 hours ago, they said they found the voice recorder.
Oh, they found the black box finally?
For the cockpit,
okay, yeah.
So
because I know they couldn't find it right away. Yeah. Jeez Louise, man. And it's just like in the middle of downtown, right? Like, I mean, my gosh.
It's fascinating, too, that it happened when it did. I mean, the odds of I don't think we had lost anybody in an air
09,
like in 15 years.
Yeah.
And then we just have this and that, the DC deal, and
yeah.
Well, don't they say, you probably know the stat too, isn't it something like 70% of all airline crashes happen either before or like during or after takeoff? Like
last 3 rule, basically. First 3 minutes, last 3 minutes of a flight. Or
You know, the DC thing is such an enigma, though, you know? I mean, just a flat out mistake, right? I mean, being in the wrong place, being someplace you shouldn't be. I mean, I've seen that footage so many times, and I can't, there's so many horrifying things I think about when I'm watching that. But when that plane just cartwheels into the water, I'm like, Okay, let's change the subject. Let's talk about sports, man. There was a big trade. Some guy named Luka is playing somewhere now on the second floor.
Yeah, Luka Doncic traded to the Los Angeles Lakers of Anaheim for Anthony Davis and a whole bunch of other players in a 3-team trade.
Can I ask you a question? Am I crazy? Has Anthony Davis done television before?
It's funny because that commercial ran all weekend. He's like, I love pranks. And there's some foul play or something. It's called Foul Play with Anthony Davis. He's doing a prank show.
Okay.
This was probably not the weekend to have it be promoted.
Because I thought he was retired.
Nope. No. He's like 30.
That was part of the other reason
31 or 32, I think.
Okay. That's why another reason I thought the whole thing was a hoax, because I thought, well, this is definitely a hoax because he's been out of the league for a while. He's on TV now.
I think you might be confused because I think he won an iHeart Podcast Award.
Oh, yeah, that could have been it.
Oh, yeah, brilliant.
Yeah, him and Elvis Duran are doing a podcast.
Yeah.
Talking about aviation.
For sure.
Good for them.
The news is next. This is the Power Trip Morning Show on The Fan.
The Fan.
Roku has what you need to make your college home away from home feel more like your own. Make your dorm the place to be with Roku TV. Or bring a Roku streaming stick to easily access all your favorite free and premium content like iHeartRadio. Stream your favorite playlist with the Roku Vibe Setting Smart Light strips to sync your music to millions of colors and make your dorm feel more like you. Make your dorm the place to be with Roku TVs, streaming players, and smart lights. Head to Roku.com or your favorite retailer to deck out your dorm.
Deciding on what to listen to is hard. Using Zumo to stream music from iHeart 90s Radio is easy. Or play iHeart Country or Hip Hop Beats. Your choice, all for free. Stream easy with Zumo Play. Get live and on-demand entertainment with no logins, no signups, no accounts, no hassle. This February, stay in and watch Glory starring Denzel Washington and Matthew Broderick, or the rom-com Breaking All the Rules with Jamie Foxx and Gabrielle Union. All streaming free on Zumo Play. Go to play.zumo.com now. Life is hard. Zumo is easy.
It is Ryan Seacrest here. There was a recent social media trend which consisted of flying on a plane with no music, no movies, no entertainment. But a better trend would be going to ChumbaCasino.com. It's like having a mini social casino in your pocket. Chumba Casino has over 100 online casino-style games, all absolutely free. It's the most fun you can have online and on a plane. So grab your free welcome bonus now at ChumbaCasino.com. Sponsored by Chumba Casino. No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 18 plus terms and conditions apply.